Welcome back to Kicking It with me, your boy D. I'm here with my dog Brad Wing. You feel me? What's
What
good?
up, my boy? You good?
What up, twin?
What up, twin?
It's always a blessing to be sitting in this chair next to you, talking to y'all, man.
Blessing, man. Big blessings.
Listen, y'all, we presented by Sleeper. You already noticed, the number one fantasy football app in the game, and the only place that is offering
How much?
$1,500 deposit match.
So you put in 15, they put in 15. Now you got 3.
$1,500.
That's how it works.
Yep, 3 bands to play with. You feel me?
Come on,
Who
man.
else is doing that? Can you tell me another app that's doing that?
I can't think. I don't think anybody.
Think hard.
Nobody.
Nobody. For a limited time, new users get their first deposit matched 100%, up to $1,500, the largest deposit match ever. So maybe you don't want to do $1,500, which I don't know why you wouldn't, because you get a free $1,500. You can do $100, you can do $200, $300, whatever. They're gonna match you up 100%, man. Remember, we come out every single Thursday. Follow us on socials at Kicking It with D. Watch and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Drop us a little comment. Give us your thoughts and whatnot. Listen and subscribe wherever y'all get your podcasts at. Last episode was our first episode on the road. Sorry, Brad. You wasn't invited. It was kind of just impromptu.
I got no invite, man. It's all good.
It just kind of happened, bro. It just kind of happened. But we put up on Ashton Genty, you feel me?
She was lit.
Talked to him a little bit about his Heisman race, his story. Got to spend a day with him. We went to Topgolf. We did a bunch of things. He answered heated debate how he feels about him versus Travis Hunter in his Heisman race. It was pretty dope. Ashton Genty, real cool guy, man.
Yeah, he seems like it.
Real cool guy. Hey, speaking of this last week, man, we got our picks from last week. We got to circle back on. We get on Sleeper every week, and we make our picks, and we're going to see if they hit or if they missed. I picked Tyreek Hill for more than 0.5 anytime TDs.
That hit. Right? Yeah, that hit.
He had one of them. Puka Nakua for more than 5.5 receptions. That boy had 7 of them things. Cooper Kupp for more than 0.5 touchdowns. He had 2 of them things. And then, I'm here thinking that boy Tua ain't going to do what he got to do. So I took him for less than 249.5. That boy had 288.
Damn, he sold the slip.
Really,
bro. You sold it because you should have bet on him to go over.
You use that, man.
Yeah,
you tripping.
Yeah,
you tripping.
I'm not betting on the Dolphins.
It is what it is, man. We going to get him next week.
Huh?
We're going to get him next week. What your picks was talking about?
Dog shit. Nothing.
For real?
Yeah, I had Terry McLaurin, anytime touchdown.
Nothing.
Didn't happen. Jaden Daniels, LSU just been breaking my heart all week. I needed 223.5 passing yards. He had like 190 something.
Ah, damn.
Saquon Barkley, anytime touchdown. Obviously, that's
He didn't get in.
He had 2.
Oh,
and then I picked Zach Ertz to get anytime touchdown. He got in 2, so I went 2 out of 4.
Oh, that's not
Obviously,
bad. I thought you was like 0 for 4 missing.
Nah, my Zach Ertz one, that was a good pick.
Yeah,
but
that was random. That's random.
That's random, but we ain't win nothing.
Okay,
so
okay, not bad.
I need to just start picking random shit, bro. Remember how on
you
school,
need to
the
just
Scantron shit?
You need to just listen to me.
Nah, man, you didn't fucking win either.
I was close, but that Tua.
Close don't get you shit, my boy.
Yeah, maybe if I picked the flex play, maybe. But I'm a max boy. I gotta hit the max.
No quitting us though. We coming back this week.
No, we back. We gonna be good.
Right,
we gonna
back.
be good. All right, bro. Let's get to D-Jack, man. We got
Jackpot
right now. That boy D-Jack, 2008 draft class, Eagles wide receiver. You could call the man a deep ball king, 3-time Pro Bowler. He's a small guy, no offense, but he a big dog. Has a few NFL records, most career touchdowns of 60-plus yards, 26 of them things. 26. I think the closest person is like half of that.
That's crazy.
Most career touchdowns of 80-plus yards, 5 of them. With no further ado, we got D-Jack in the building, man. DeSean Jackson, what's good, my boy? How you living?
Man, what's going on, man? I'm great. And yourself, brother? How you been, man?
Amazing, bro. It's a blessing to have you. We got a boy, Brad Wing, in the building.
What up, baby? Yeah, man, I just told this man. He didn't remember, and I didn't expect him to remember because I was the backup punter, and we got the superstar receiver. But I tell everybody, bro, you and Vic were, like, so nice to me. And I was like, damn. And I didn't think y'all be assholes, but I was just like, damn, bro, it was my first time being in the league, and, like, you see the superstars.
Nobody
and you just
show love to the punters and
not
kickers.
Not the backup fucking punter. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it was crazy, man. It was awesome to be in that locker room. That was my first, like, you know what I'm saying, welcome to the NFL. There go D-Jack and Vic and Shady and all the boys, and I was like, damn, this is crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Yeah, it's always a pleasure. Appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Course,
I'm excited, to come on and chop it up with y'all boys, man.
Speaking of that, man, I know you be rocking with Shady. Y'all boys do the little podcast thing. You guys killing it. I love watching it. What you been up to, bro? How's life after football? How's shit treating you, man?
I think me, man, I'm in a great space in my life right now, man. Just to be able to wake up when I want, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no strict schedule. I ain't got to go, be at practice at a certain time or make this workout at a certain time. So for me, man, it's real real luxurious. I would say that, I got my kids, I got my family, I got business going on, but I just feel like I put so much time and effort into like, playing since I've been a young kid, going all the way back to Pop Warner, to high school, to college, and, obviously 15 years in NFL. So going back and looking at it, spent a lot of time dedicating my life, my body, everything to the league and to, to be the best I can be. So I'm saying that to say I feel like I left it all out there, and now I'm able to kind of sit back and reap the benefits of, my lifestyle and kind of all the hard work I put in.
Did it take you a while to get to feel into that point? Because I know for me, bro, I'll just talk for me. When I stopped playing, and I'm still trying to get back in, bro. I'm doing the UFL. I'm trying to claw back in. But, like, man, I understand what you mean as far as, like, you've given so much time and effort to this game. But I know there's a part of you that miss it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? did you always feel like that as soon as you gave it up? Was there like a little transition period where you were like, man, like, what do I do now? Because you hear a lot of like people you're playing with or had played with, they kind of give you the little warning, like, hey, man, it's going to get real. But I feel like until you actually go through it yourself, you don't really know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me, I honestly, when I really walked away from the game, you got to think, like, I was at that point where it was just like, you know what? For me to spend so much time in my life, to still be going to workouts, to be in meetings, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know until you in it, how time-consuming it takes to be a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think the last 2-3 years, I was at the point where, like, you know what? I'm going to get the most out of it. And when I walk away, I want to be able to walk away injury-free, my mental good, my pocket straight,
no
CTE.
I didn't want to have, you feel me?
I didn't want to have no regrets. You feel what I'm saying? So I think, honestly, bro, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I never missed a game, but I'm content and I'm modest about the career I had. Like you said, the accolades, the records, the odds, beating the odds. I talk about beating the odds all the time because I'm not the typical receiver, 6'3", 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm 5'10", 5'11" at the most, at $175 when I played. Obviously now I gained a little weight, but I mean, I think I reached heights that, not too many people could really say they reached. So for me, when I walked away from the game, man, it was like, you know what? I did everything I could do. I left it on the table, and not on the table. I left it on the field, and, I did my thing. A young kid coming from South Central California, the odds was against me, bro. It was hard for me. Growing up, the things I saw, the things I witnessed, the things I was around, so for me to be able to go out and play at that high level I played at, man, I don't got no regrets.
Yeah, I was just curious to ask that because you did, and I was going to say that next, bro. Your career, the career Crazy. You had is a Hall of Fame conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I was curious. I got a lot of friends that didn't have a Hall of Fame career, and I was just wondering. I wonder what it's like for someone like D-Jack who did have such a good career. If there's any still like, man, I miss this, I miss that, and I think that's just going to be in all of us forever because we done spent so much time with this game.
Question, was there a moment when you, because I know you touched on it, you said like my last 2-3 years, I'm going to give it everything I got, whatever, walk away, happy, content. Was there a moment when you knew like, all right, that's it, I don't want to do this no more? Was it a family conversation, talking to teammates, or was it just like, all right, I don't feel like doing this no more, I'm finna get out of here?
I think the biggest thing for me, D, was like, you know what? I never felt like I digressed. You know what I'm saying? I never felt like my level of speed or me being able to get open or, me be able to take the top off the defense. Like, I never felt like at any time I wasn't that guy. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was harder because the older you get, and the NFL, once you get past 33, 34, they like, oh, he's older. You know what I'm saying? Or the priority of us giving him the ball is not as high in the demand as it was when I was young, 28, 25, 30, even 30, you know what I'm saying? So I think once I went to LA, I signed to the Rams in 2021. I had a great relationship with Sean McVay, and that's the year they lost Brandon Cooks, and he was like, you know what, we're gonna bring you to LA. You're gonna be like our deep threat guy, and I think that kind of where things started shifting in my career because like I came, they used me for like the first 7-8 weeks, and it was like had a few deep passes. We beat the Bucks, and the year before that, the Bucks actually won the Super Bowl. So you know what I'm saying? It was just like I just started seeing little things, you know what I'm saying? Just like the priority, and it was like, we got D-Jack on the team, but like, we don't need to use him as much as, the young D-Jack, like shit, he running up and down the field, going deep, you know what I'm saying? So I think like, going from the Rams to the Raiders, and then my last year in Baltimore, it was just like, man, I'm spending so much time away from my kids. My kids was at the age where they was getting older, my family, and financially, the money I was making was like vet minimum. I played a long time, and I was able to be fortunate enough to put a lot of money away, and the money I was making, it wasn't really working for me. So I would just say, like, the last few years, I mean, like I say, the money I was able to save and put away in my career, I was blessed and fortunate to make, a good amount of money. I was able to put money away, you know what I'm saying? So the money that I was making from my money sitting was like as much I was making for being on vet minimum.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there weighing, I'm like, it's $1.2 million after taxes, 7,000-8,000. It wasn't worth it for me, bro. And it was like, it wasn't about the love. It wasn't about the money. It was more like the love of the game. So it's like, I'm dedicating all this time away from my kids, and I'm like, the money, and y'all not really utilizing me. I'm like, man, I'm gonna throw the deuces, man. I really could say I walked away. I'm good. I can still play right now. If I wanted to, I can still play that game, and I can still get open. I can take off the top. I ain't lost no speed, and I'm speaking humbly, bro. But at the end of the day, it was more like, what, I did my thing, bro.
Nah, we seen
I'm
the
gonna
tape.
wash my hands with it. I left everything I had on that field, and I can still do it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So we ain't got no chance recruiting you to come play on our UFL
Hey,
team.
man.
We
Hey,
thought, bro, you ain't even got to show up to practice, twin.
Money gonna have to be up there, man. I'm gonna need at least about $3 to $5 million to come out of retirement.
You know the Rock, don't it? We gonna have to get that negotiation straight with the Rock, man. Straight to the source.
Hey, man, I know you had a hefty career. You bounced around a few teams. What was that transition like, moving in between teams? Obviously, it's a new system, new city, new coaches, new teammates. Was it a hard transition every time, or obviously you was a vet, so it was easier? You knew certain things. I mean, you D-Jack at the end of the day, but what was those transitions like, moving between teams and whatnot?
Honestly, I would say, so my first 6 years I was in Philly. So 2008 to 2013 I was in Philly. The crazy guy came in and released me in Philly.
we gonna ask you about that after too.
Yeah, we could talk about that. I don't like saying his name, and I don't like shedding light on him or giving him no light. But so when I left in 2013, I went to Washington in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
That transaction, honestly, was I love DC, man. Chocolate City, the culture. You know what I'm saying? DMV, Maryland.
That boy was outside.
Baltimore.
Boy, was it Rose Bowl?
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? DMV showed a lot of love. The food was good. The women was treated me. You know what I'm saying, man? It was great, bro. So I think, honestly, from that, I left there and I went to Tampa. I mean, Tampa like a mini Miami.
He Tampa
like a mini
too.
Miami. Hey, so I went to Tampa, and then when I left Tampa, I came back home to LA. Oh no, you know what? I went back to Philly for 2 years, got injured, and then after Philly, I came back to LA for a year. Then I went to Las Vegas.
It sounds like a tour. It sounds like a headline tour.
What?
Man, hey, bro, I was like a rapper, bro. I was
God,
city, bro. But the transition was smooth, honestly, bro. Like, I had a great time. Like you said, I was older. I was a vet. So every team I went to, I was like the guy, bro. So, I never really had to worry about too much, or like worrying about like playing. Every team I kind of went to, kind of already came in and had my role, bro. So it was a blessing for me.
Obviously, you can't go back and change nothing, but are you happy with how your career turned out, that you played for a lot of teams? Do you wish you was a guy that just solidified yourself and stamped yourself with a team for all 15 years of your career? Do you have any regrets, or are you just happy, blessed?
That's honestly, man, you can always go back and, say, oh, I regret this happened, or I wish that never happened. I'm a guy that I try not to live in regrets or woulda, coulda, shouldas, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like everything that happened in my career happened for a reason. And, just looking back, man, I definitely would have loved to stay in Philly all 15 years, man, because I just know off of my career and what I've done, 11,000 plus yards, 50 plus touchdowns, 30, 20-something, 60 yards. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just the accolades and the records alone, bro. So I know for sure if I stayed in Philly my whole 15 years, I would have shattered every record they had.
They would have had a statue at you in front of City Hall, boy.
With the Rock next to the Rocky statue, man.
I would have won a Super Bowl. I would have been on the Super Bowl team in Philly in 2018 or 2017. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I had a hell of a career, man. Everything happened for a reason. And, I think the biggest thing I can say is I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I got a lot of game to give back to these young kids, my own two boys. And, like, I had one surgery in 15 years, man.
Damn.
So
That's crazy.
I was able to, besides a few concussions here and there, but besides that, man, I didn't, knock on wood, I didn't get no ACLs. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all do get me to come out of retirement, I got to knock on more wood because I don't want to hurt these knees. But
Hey, you let whatever we got to do, man, we do it. You feel me?
You
Whatever
don't
we
gotta
got
be
to
there
do.
till game day, my boy. Just show up on Saturday, Sunday.
hey, if I come up and be like, hey, coach, I ain't practicing during the week, might
You
get
ain't
Robert
even got
Quinn
look. You
during
can
the week.
zoom in and then just pull up to the game. You good? Hey, I want to talk about 2009. You go to Philly, right? And Donovan McNabb's a quarterback, or is Vick there already?
Well, 2000 when I first got drafted, it was 2008.
2008, yeah.
And basically, we had Donovan McNabb was a starter. We had Brian Westbrook was our starter running back. We had Asante Samuel. We had Brian Dawkins was no. You know what? I don't think Asante Samuel wasn't there. He came my second year. We had Brian Dawkins, Jeremiah Trotter. I mean, we were stacked, bro. We had some ballers in Philly my rookie year, man. And it was good to come in to vet guys like that because it was like they almost like I knew what the standard looked like. You know what I'm saying? In Philly, you got to remember a few years back, they had Terrell Owens.
Yep.
They went to the Super Bowl and they lost on Super Bowl. So, we had Andy Reid. I mean, the aroma in Philly was high, man. You know what I'm saying? And we had a lot of great talent. So I came in off the rip of the bat, knowing what it looks like, to play as a professional. And you got to remember this, back then, we didn't have all them rules like they used to hit. It was physical.
They were
We
smacking.
had 2-a-days. We practiced once in the morning and practiced twice in the afternoon,
Yep.
full pad.
Yep.
Like, it was real, bro. Nowadays,
remember.
these dudes are soft, man. They career could last long as 15, 20 years.
We was gonna ask you about
He was
that,
gonna bring
man.
that up.
Yeah, about
He said they don't look like they be hitting the same
They don't
these
be- you
days.
feel
They
me?
don't, bruh.
Man, they got padding on their helmet and all that stuff, man. You hit the quarterback wrong, you hit somebody after, like, it's just like, man, back then you could get it on, man. And that was the physical nature of that game. And I think now, the physicality of football, it's almost like we might as well play flag football,
Yeah.
man. And I get it, the injuries and the heads and, what we saw DeMar Hamlin go through. I mean, I understand it. So, I try to be very sensitive to it. But, man, coming up, man, there wasn't no concussions, man. We got a little buzz, man. Get your ass back in the game.
up back in the game.
Yeah, we on here every week talking about referees and calls and this and that, and it is, bro. It's just very different to watch. It don't even look the same as what it used to be.
I started watching football when I was 14, so that's like 2015. So to see the game change from then has been crazy. So I can only imagine way before I started watching football what shit was
We're
like.
gonna go back and watch some like 2008 Steelers defense.
Bruh,
and I'll show
got
you some
to.
shit.
Oh, yeah, the Steelers
Bruh,
defense,
they
the
was-
Baltimore Ravens defense, yeah, it was bad.
It's
I
only-
played against Troy Polamalu and Joey Porter and all. Boy,
Ryan Clark coming through, putting that hammer. Yeah, bro. He was
Exactly.
Yeah, they
I
was
know,
coming through.
I know you always been a dog. You come off as a very confident person, but was there any time where you guys played a team and you in your head like, shit, I gotta, you feel me, watch out. I ain't trying to get smacked by these boys. Maybe a little nervous or something. You feel
Hell
me?
yeah.
Especially being what 5'10", 170. You feel me?
I'm a realist, bro. My rookie year, we was in Philly, or I don't know, we might have been in Baltimore. I don't know where the hell we was at, but we was playing Ray Lewis.
Mm.
We was playing the Baltimore Ravens, one of the teams I just mentioned. And I tell you, I ran a shallow cross, boy, and I caught a pass,
Smacked your shit.
I skirted out of bounds, boy. I ran extra fast to get away from Ray Lewis. And it's crazy. He was like, young fella, I love your game, young fella. I ain't gonna kill you. I said, woo.
I ain't gonna take your
Well,
word
I
for
thought
it.
Buddy was going, boy, kill me. When
I
I
wanna
tell you
test
my
it,
heart
though.
was racing, and I ain't no punk, you know what I'm saying? I pride myself on being tough regardless of my height. So it was like, man, I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, tried to kill me, bro.
You got any other moments like that where it's kind of like a welcome to the NFL kind of moment where you, or it may have been even when you get to the Eagles and you were mentioning Andy Reid's there, you got amazing teammates that you've been watching growing up. Any kind of, or maybe it's going against someone like Ray Lewis, any kind of welcome to the NFL moments that stand out early in your career where you're like, damn, I'm really out here doing it.
Well, like a welcome, I think, off the rip, my rookie year, man, I came in balling. I think my first 3 games as a rookie, I had over 100 yards. I think that was like the first time in Eagle history that happened for a rookie to have over 100 yards in 3 consecutive games. But I think more to say, it was, I think I was in first few weeks in the NFL, man, and London Fletcher. I don't know if that name rings a
I
bell.
know it.
But he's a linebacker that played for Washington. Boy, when I tell you I had caught like a little hitch, slant route, whatever the hell it was, across the middle, boy, he hit me so hard.
Bow.
That was my welcome to the NFL hit, man. And the dude was small. When I tell you, Buddy was, London Fletcher's probably 5'8", 240. So he was like a short Debo. And when
Yeah.
I tell you, Buddy hit me so hard, I went to the sideline, but I didn't know where I was at, boy.
Right.
Man.
I didn't know where I was at. So I think that was like my welcome to the NFL hit.
And then another thing I want to ask you too is because you always hear when you coming from high school to college, college to the pros, they talking about the speed of the game increases,
change,
speed of the game increases. So you returning punts in high school, you returning punts in college. When did you realize, oh, I could do this shit here too? I could do this shit on Sundays. Because, bro, as soon as you went back there from the jump, it looked like, okay, this man is doing this for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, man, honestly, for me, I think I dream big, bro. So I feel like nothing was never too big for me.
Yeah.
You know, I idolized guys that was always smaller, you know, like Isaac Bruce,
Yep.
Dante Halls, you know, Devin Hesters.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like, I kind of just always just had that swagger to me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
where I ain't care who you was, how big you were, you know what I'm saying? Because the NFL is a big man's game. And if I would have had that in my mental that I wasn't able to play at that high level, where I wasn't going to be able to do what I did in high school or college in the NFL, I would have been, you know, setting myself up short. So
Right.
I think since day one, that's why I've always been able to be so successful, because my mentality, you know, I always dream big and I always envision to be big. And I think one thing a lot of people don't really realize how powerful visualizing is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like when
yeah.
I say visualizing it, the night before,
Mm-hmm.
the week before, you know, just putting it in your mind, like going to sleep, really dreaming about it. Like I'm falling asleep, dreaming about or closing my eyes, just watching me do
Yeah.
something before I actually do it. So then when the moment presents itself, it's never like I'm not familiar, I'm not
Yeah.
comfortable with that moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting myself in uncomfortable situations to possibly be comfortable when it happens in real life. And I
Yep.
think I pride myself on that. And I think a lot of people don't understand how powerful the brain is. Like if you think it and you put it into existence and you go do the work,
Yeah.
because without the work, nothing's nothing's possible. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I always look to say, I think Adidas, or isn't that Adidas impossible is nothing, right?
Yeah.
I think they capitalize on a big term that I
Mhm.
think not a lot of people really understand, man. Like impossible to me is nothing, bro. Because if I looked at my stature and my height and all this other, how much I
Mhm.
weigh, the NFL's it's not in my calling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of had to think outside the box.
I know you spoke about visualizing and seeing yourself in those positions, but obviously it took a lot of work, bro. How? And this might be just a totally straight up question. How did you get so good, bro? Because I'm watching your highlight tapes, watching you run routes and shit. It don't even look like you running full speed, bro. It looks like you was
Smooth.
jogging,
Smooth.
smooth, and you still dusting people. Like, was it your preparation growing up? Was your dad like just back there hammering shit into you, making you work? What how did it happen, bro?
Yeah, no.
What's the blueprint, the D-Jack blueprint, man?
Man, honestly,
You talking
bro,
about I woke up like this, man. What you talking about?
Nah, I think overall I was very talented,
Yeah.
and you know, not a lot of people really understood the work I put in. You know what I'm saying? And why I say that is because I never broadcasted it. And you gotta think, when I was younger, we didn't have social media, we didn't have Instagram, none of
Yeah.
that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of time I spent in on the field, in the gym, working when no one saw, and it was almost like I popped up on the scene. Cause you gotta think, if you knew me and you was familiar with being around the area, LA or certain things, then like you know about me, right?
Yeah.
But like for people that's at other states, or you know what I'm saying, that didn't really know to me or wasn't hip to me, you had to find out by either playing against my ass or you had to wait till social media came around because it wasn't publicized.
Yeah.
But for me, man, honestly, you know, I had a team of guys, from my older brothers to my private track coach Gary Kablian, to my father, and man, we just grinded, bro. And when I tell you, I used to hate these workouts I had to do. I used to hate my dad for certain things he put me through. You know what I'm saying? And this is me being real. It took me older, and I would say it probably took me my first few years in the league to really understand, like, oh, that's why they was doing it. You know what I'm saying? As a young kid, when they made me go to these workouts, and it was Saturday, early in the morning, Sunday, instead of like me hanging out with the homies or going to mess with a chick, I'm on the field working out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think the individuals around me just installed, you know, like, if we want it, we got to take it. They're not going to give it to us because at the end of the day, I was smaller. I was always the fastest, but my height never really allowed me, and how skinny I was never really allowed me to like. Nobody really thought I was good, bro. I wouldn't say they didn't think I was good, but they just thought like, oh, he ain't gonna be nothing. Like, you know, he fast, he got all these people pumping him up, but he ain't gonna be nothing. So I just used all the naysayers, all the negativity to feed into like already what I knew I was gonna do. And this shit from there, it just was a wrap, bro.
Yeah. I know you mentioned track. Obviously you play football. You play any more sports? I think I read somewhere that you was outfielder or something in baseball as well.
Yep. So I play everything, bro. I played basketball, football, ran track, played baseball. That was pretty much it, man. And like a five-star, baller, man, growing up. But I think the biggest thing that helped me, and not a lot of people understand this, is baseball, bro. I used to play center field, and I used to tell my left fielder and my right fielder, none of y'all go in the gaps. Anything going in the gaps, don't even worry about it, because I'm getting everything. I'm throwing people out. I'm diving. It was nothing getting by me, bro. And then my arm was crazy.
Why you ain't pursue? You didn't want to pursue any other sports?
So I got drafted by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Oh shit!
In 2008, no, 2005.
Oh shit!
I got drafted in the first round, but they called me. I'm in class. They called me. They say, DeSean, we about to draft you. It was like the 29th pick, late first round. They was like, we about to draft you, but we curious if we draft you, are you willing to give up football?
Yeah.
And I was like, It's like, you know what? Nah, and what's crazy, it was a guy by the name of Ricky Manning and Matt Ware. They both was two-sport stars in Cali around the time. One went to UCLA, or they both might have went to UCLA, but they paid for them to go to college and let them play baseball in the offseason. I kind of wanted to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I guess that didn't work out for them because obviously they took football more serious. So I kind of wanted them to implement that on me. And they was like, either you stop playing football all along and play baseball 100%, or we not draft you. And I was like, nah, man, I can't give up football.
Can't hang these
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie. Looking back, I see how y'all looking. Looking back now, boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy, that baseball money.
A baseball bag, crazy.
Hey, I would have still probably been playing too, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was a hell of a baseball player. I was a hell of an athlete, but I couldn't really hit that good. You know what I'm saying? So I just knew football. Like, I'm like, boy, I could go to college 3 years and I'm going to the NFL. Like, wasn't no telling how long I would have been in the minor leagues, single A, double A, triple A, until I got to the big league. So for me, I just took the chances of like, you know what? I'd rather go to college and be around my boys than seeing my boys playing, and I'm on a bus going to Albuquerque, New Mexico, about to go play at that double A or single A game.
Yeah, nah. And you made the right choice. You imagine a world of football with no DJ?
What?
Hey, I want to talk punt returns specifically because, bro, he's a kicker. I'm a punter. He's a specialist too now.
Yeah, and I know.
That boy is a specialist now, punt returner.
He go out before the games at the same time as us.
I ain't got no foot like this dude, though. This boy
kicking shit. But what I want to ask you about punt returning is, do you do like how extensive do you get with the scouting report when you're looking for or when you're going against a punter? Are you watching much on him, or you don't even? Brett,
you gonna really ask me that question?
Yeah,
man?
I'm really gonna ask you that.
Hey man, listen, I don't really watch film, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The only time I really
I fucking knew it, bro. That makes it even worse. Hey, look, do you have a list even of punters that you don't return touchdowns on, or you don't even fucking know? Fuck them. Look.
Bro, listen. The only time I watched film was when I was at the facility, bro. I wasn't going home watching no film, bro.
All right, so I'm gonna need your help with something, bro, because for fucking 10 years, I've been getting tweets from Giants fans thinking that I was the one that punted you the fucking ball.
Matt Dodge?
Thank you, boys and girls. You heard him. It was Matt fucking Dodge.
Wing.
It was not Brad Wing. Thank you very much.
They thought it was you, bro?
Bro, Giants fans, still to this day, I had last week someone, you fucking punted to DeSean. No, I didn't, bro. Never. So you heard it here. It was not me.
I'll be on his head too. He'd be like, boy.
And we was watching highlights. You done got one on damn near every Giants punter. I was the only one that lived a little bit, and then I still get this shit. So thank you, DeSean. I was
because you got lucky because when you was in New York, I wasn't returning punts full time like that. So
nah, you wasn't, but you was with the Redskins. You was a little bit,
not full time though. Not full time.
I know. Trust me, I knew when you was out there. I was like,
you would have crit that bitch on your ass,
bitch.
boy.
We came up with a whole brand new punt for this dude. What? I had to hit like a knuckleball to his ass.
Bro, we just run to the side and then kick it.
Yeah. Time out.
All right, y'all boys, we're gonna take a quick little break to talk about our new picks for the week, and this is Cash Money Cheese right here. I promise. Cash Money Cheese. My first pick, I'm taking George Pickens over 56.5. That's a lot.
Yep.
What you got him to?
Yeah.
All right. I know last week I got cheese with the under on Tua, but this week I'm taking Jameis Winston under 213.5.
Who they playing?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I don't think I say that them AFC North division games get wicked, but we'll see.
Okay. But guess
We'll
what?
see. I like that, though.
On the other side of the ball, we got TJ Watt.
Yeah.
I have him for more than a half a sack.
Yeah.
That's locks.
Yeah.
And then Najee Harris getting in that end zone.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
4 that should be locked. The only one that might sell me is Jameis Winston, but that's
We got a lot of the same. I got 3 Pittsburgh guys on the slip, too. I got Najee over 63.5 rush yards.
Okay.
Again, they're playing Cleveland.
That's cheese.
They should control that game pretty well.
That's
and I know how
cheese.
Coach Tomlin likes to start that time
Yeah,
off by running that
rock.
ball down your throat.
Run that rock.
And then I got George Pickens. You had him. I got him for receiving yards. That's
Yeah.
where you had him, right?
Yeah,
56.5. Boom.
Yep.
I got
great
Russell
minds.
Wilson. This
Great
one's a
minds
little
think alike.
risky. I got Russell Wilson, two touchdown
tugs.
passes.
2 tugs.
And
You
then
can do it.
last one
You can do it.
outside of that game, we got the Lions versus the Colts. I got my boy Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, yeah.
Over 69.5 yards.
Jahmyr Gibbs and fucked your whole life up, huh?
Yeah, bruh. Those of y'all don't know, we played each other in Madden last week just for a little fun. And
Boy dropped 70 on his head,
we
man.
did like a little LSU Alabama rivalry series. First play of the game, he took that whole 80 yards to the house.
What was the final score of the game?
It was he won.
A lot to a little, huh?
Yeah, like 80-22. He put up an 80.
Hey, at least he put up 22
So that's it.
points.
That's my picks. Najee Harris over rush yards. George Pickens over over receiving yards. Jahmyr Gibbs over rush yards. Russell Wilson over 2 pass touchdowns.
I think they looking good. You should be all right. And
I should
listen,
be all
y'all.
right. Little
For a
$20
limited-
240.
For a limited time, y'all, new users can now get their first deposit match 100% up to $1,500.
Insanity.
The largest deposit match offer ever, man.
Yeah,
So
that's
imagine you put up 3 bands on these picks, you're going to win like 10,000.
Yeah.
Way more than that.
Yeah,
but
the math.
let's get back to the podcast, man. Let's get back to the podcast. We just watched that punt return you had on the Giants against Matt Dodge. And, bruh, the look on his face before he went out there to punt the ball for you, bruh. Like, obviously, it's a big-time situation. It's, 14 seconds or whatever left in the game. But, bruh, he was
Winner
shook.
goes to the playoffs, right, in that game. Was that how that went? Or, yeah, I remember
Winner
it.
go to the playoffs for sure.
I remember it being big time. He fumbled it, too. Bro, if you see the punt return to fumble it, you're like, yes, I got his ass.
know.
Next thing you know, he fucking running backwards into the end zone.
Yeah, take us through that play, bruh, because obviously that's a legendary play. And you fumble that bit, but somehow, some way, you still in the end zone, running across the goal line like it's motherfucking Madden at the end of the game, walk off. Talk us through that play, bro. What's going through your head? Did you already go out there knowing, this bitch to the crib?
Man, honestly, bro, I went out there knowing that they wasn't gonna punt me the ball. Like, I'm like, bro, they not finna punt me the ball. It's 13 seconds left on the clock. Ain't no way in the world they finna punt me this ball. So as you can see, when he punted it to me, I was like, oh shit. Like, I was shocked. That's why I fumbled. I tell everybody all the time that fumble was on purpose. I set it up. Because when I fumbled,
Fumbled on purpose.
What? Low key it does.
the ball went like 2 to 3 yards to the right. So everybody kind of got out their lanes. So when they got out their lanes, I grabbed it. They thought I was finna go around the side, and then I just literally stuck my foot in the ground and went straight up the middle. And I just think, like, for me, I lost my dad in 2009, earlier that year. And I just felt like, really, man, he just picked me up, man, and just kind of glided me. It was like an eagle just picking me up and running through that. Because when I tell you, didn't nobody touch me, Jason Avant depleted the long snapper.
Smacked him.
And then from there, I kind of like just played with the dude that's running behind me just to make sure. I tell people all the time, I did it to make sure that, no one would, there was no time on the clock. But they was like, man, how you know what if it was time on the, I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm just messing around. But I in there. End of the day, I got in there, man, and I honestly, bro, I had some big time plays in my career, but I think that outnumbers all of them because I think all the Giants fans hate me to death. They still to this day, everywhere I go, Giants fans like, oh my God, I hate DeSean Jackson. I'm like, I hate you too. At the end of the day, I was just doing my job. How you hating me for me doing my job?
They hate you so much that they getting on my ass, and I didn't even kick you the fucking ball, bro.
Was that your favorite memory throughout your career? Because you got a lot of legendary moments.
Oh,
bro.
man. Honestly, bro.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, punt returns versus catching touchdowns, is it both the same to you, or is one a little sweeter than the other, or, like, how's that feel?
Yeah, I think, honestly, man, for people to do the punt returns, I feel like that's just more challenging. I feel like it's more of, like, defense.
Can't everybody
is
do
cool.
that?
When you catch a touchdown on defense, it's cool. It's like maybe a man or two trying to guard you, but, like,
You got 10,
on
11.
punt return, you got 11 individuals trying to come down and knock your ass out. So I feel like that is a little more different. Like you got to be a little more crazier on the edge to kind of do that, and you got to sit there and wait
Yeah.
so long for the punt to come down. Why people coming down and hitting you? So let's talk about all the times I've been hit illegally or hit before the ball then got to me. Like you know what I'm saying? So I
Oh
just think
yeah, bro, you had that one.
in college, I got smacked in college.
Smacked.
And I just feel like, after a while, so many times bad things happen. It's only right that some good things happen.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I think the rush of taking a punt return back is a little different. But, I mean, anytime you're able to get in the end zone, especially the way I get into the end zone, because they're usually 50, 60, 70-yard, 80-yard touchdowns, is always a blast.
We was just watching the thing where Ike Taylor was like, he got some routes. He got a go ball.
3 routes.
He got another go ball. And then he got another goal ball. And you can't stop either of them, bro. You can't stop any of them.
Bro, talk to us about that connection with you and Vick, bro, because it seemed like he just aired that thing out, hell of an arm, and you always somehow, some way under that thing catching it. Did he ever overthrow you? Did y'all have to build that chemistry up, or like off the rip, it was just bang, bang, we get in that end zone?
Honestly, I think Vick, man, like me and Vick's relationship off the rip was crazy because I grew up a Michael Vick fan. First and foremost, I got 3 individuals. When I tell you 3 individuals that I idolized and growing up I loved, Michael Vick, Allen Iverson, and Kobe Bryant. Them 3 right there, I took pieces and portions of that game and I developed D-Jack. So when I tell you in 2010 when Andy Reid came in there, was like, we got a chance to sign Michael Vick. What y'all feel about it? I think it was me, Shady McCoy, and I think it was Jeremy Mackin and Asante Samuel. We like, what? We like, man, hell yeah, bring Michael Vick in, bro. We like the Michael Vick that once was a assassin on the field. Like, man, I'm like, so for me, man, we was able to build a special relationship because Vick had like a distinct throw. Like when he threw the ball, it was like a curveball. He got that left hand throw. So it was like, I used to be like how close y'all two are sitting next to each other. I used to be that close to Vick, and he'd throw it 100 miles per hour. And I'm like, hey, bro, I'm right here, bro. You ain't got to kill me, bro. Make it easy for me, bro. Hey, but once he figured out, like, he could never overthrow me, and Vick got a crazy arm. But the young D-Jack wasn't getting overthrown. Like, Vick, like, I don't care. I could throw it. The 80-yard pass he threw Monday night, Washington game, he said when he threw it, he said, I swear to God, I thought I overthrew you, bro.
I remember being
get that thing, boy.
I remember rookie training camp, my first sniff at the NFL. I'm with the snapper and the kickers on the side while y'all doing like 7-on-7. I think we had joint practices with the Patriots.
Yeah.
And I remember Dornbos, the snapper, he said exactly that. He's like, I ain't never seen D-Jack get overthrown. And then the very next rep, Vick lets one go. And I was like, no way he just said that and he overthrew him. Because this shit looked like you can't get there, bro. Next thing you know, here come little 10 underneath that bitch. And I'm like, no way, bro. That shit was crazy. Real life. Real motherfucker.
Sure, man.
Damn, bro. Yeah, you've had a legendary fucking career, bro. Hey, I know you do your little extracurriculars on and off the field. I know you managed artists for a little bit. Do you remember that?
Oh, what you talking about? Lil Snupe, the battle?
Yeah, we were just watching it before.
He made me watch it for the first time today.
I was hot. I ain't gonna lie. I was pissed off.
Hey, I'm gonna give you credit, bro.
Nah, you a real one, bro.
You was rocking with him.
You a real one. You was sticking with your man.
Sticking with your man, bro.
This my thing, because a lot of people always bring that up, and I feel like for me, that was kind of plotted. And the reason why I say it was plotted because I had a DJ at the time. He was like under my record label, Jackpot Records, and he was from Philly. And me, cause I got a big heart. So I try to help everybody out. And my boy, his name is DJ Amir. He was actually my DJ, but he worked for Meek Mill as well too. So like when Meek Mill was on tour, he would be Meek Mill's DJ. So it was this kid by the name of Retro. He was like 12, 13 years old, and one of my boys knew his pops. And he brought him through one day to the studio. Was like, man, check out Retro. Dude like 12 to 13 years old, crazy, very talented, versatile. I'm like, bring him to the studio. Let me check him out. Lil Brett came to the studio. When I tell you Lil Brett got raps after raps after raps off the dome, crazy. I'm like, yeah, buddy, nice.
You like that.
So I end up building a relationship with him and I signed him. So when I tell you DJ Amir was on tour with Meek Mill, and I guess this when Meek when he discovered
Found
Lil
Lil
Snoop.
Yeah.
So they sitting back talking, and they like plotted to like have Lil Snoop basically rap battle my artist. But the thing was, my artist was not a rap
Yeah,
battle.
nah.
He just
You
he just
could
made
tell,
songs.
It sounded
Yeah.
like they were
Like,
songs he was rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was songs he already had written, bro.
Yeah.
So when I tell you like he was 13, Lil Snoop was like 16, 17, that should have never ever happened. But me being me and confident in my little bro, I'm like, yeah, set it up. It's 10,000 on the line, set it up.
Fuck it, I'll
But
put
when
the
I
10
tell you
up.
that night and how it went down, bro, they had like 100 Philly dudes in the building. And it was me and like 6 or 7 of my LA cats. We was outnumbered.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody
So,
on
y'all
our
got it.
side.
You
Like,
got it.
everybody was on me side because it was his backyard. You got T.I., Michael Vick.
Yeah.
It just was like we was outnumbered. And then like you got Meek Mill, who's a rapper. He hitting on. He like, say this, say that, say this, say that. Like a rap battle, you're not supposed to give
You're not
nobody
supposed
no
to. You got a
hits or
corner
nothing.
man,
Real
a
rapper,
ring man. Yeah.
I'm an athlete, like I know music, but I ain't really saying nothing. So I'm like, yeah, come on, little bro. And I'm near. I'm like, oh, but he rapping shit, and it was songs, and he over here rapping about like shit he got
Real
on
shit
his
on-
hair.
Yeah.
So
Oof.
I'm like, yeah, he killed him. But at the end of the day, I was mad. But Lil Snoop, hey, you know, Lil Snoop was very talented, bro.
Very
and
talented.
Yeah, rest in peace.
one
to
thing
him.
I would say about Lil Snoop, it wasn't personal to him. I was just mad about the situation and how it happened. But what's crazy, Lil Snoop put me in a song after, man. Like, because after
that's
that battle
real.
happened, he had hit me up one time and he said something talking to D Jackson. Like, he had shot me out in a little freestyle, man. That shit was cool.
Yeah,
That's
nah,
real.
he was a hell of a talent, man. Rest in peace.
I give it to you. You was rocking with your mans, bro. I get that to you, bro.
Talking
But it
about
was-
Hot.
little viral clips you've been involved in. Now, over your career, I'm sure you done heard a lot of good quarterback pump-up speeches.
Yeah.
All right, we got you in the background.
he already knows what's coming.
We got you in the background of young Jameis Winston, man. He got some preacher in his blood.
Well,
Jameis,
what?
don't
He gonna be a preacher after he retire.
afterwards. What was going through your head for real? I mean, I think I know what was going through your head. Your face says it all right now, but like, we trying to play a game right now, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah, man. Jameis was one of them dudes, man. Like, I feel like Jameis is a decent quarterback, but I feel like Jameis could be so much better than what he really was or what he is. And, you know, no disrespect, no shade, but I feel like, you know, sometimes you got them guys that's too much rah-rah, not enough show.
Yeah.
It was like one of them situations like, bro, you doing all this, but, bro, we still got to go play a game, bro.
Right.
Like, don't set us up for failure, bro, because at the end of the day, you see guys, they talk all, like, go back to when Chicago played Washington. You got to do ton. The play start, and then you way over here, and you coming to the play later, and you end up tipping the ball, and the dude
To
catch
him,
the touchdown.
Yeah.
So it's like little things like that. It's like sometimes you just got to be a little more humbler and, you know, less talk, more show.
Yeah.
And I just feel like certain situations and scenarios, you know, Winston used to talk a lot. And I would just be like, bro, we don't got to do all this talk because at the end of the day, we still got to go strap it up and play ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at that given time, I was just like,
He over it.
bruh,
You probably heard hella speeches from him too, huh?
what? That same day he was rapping, breaking us down before we came out. I'm like, bro, what is you talking about, bro? So I was already fed up at this point. I'm like, oh yeah, Brett's tripping, bro. I'm looking. I'm like,
That
bro,
was
you
D-Jack's third fucking motivational speech of the day. He was done.
I'm like, bro, we not eating no W's, bro. We can't. How can you eat a W? Please make it make sense.
You got any quarterbacks that really? It don't even got to be quarterbacks, but just like got you right before the game. Obviously, there's that end of the spectrum where Jameis just bullshitting. Is there anybody that whenever they spoke, you like, damn, this shit make me want to go to battle for this man? Because Vic don't seem like he talked too much though. I know he pretty chill.
Vic wasn't really no super talkative person.
But I feel like you kind of like me, DJ, where it's like, let me see your actions
Yeah.
get me more hype than any words you could say type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not
Like,
necessarily, bro. Like I don't really feel like all that motivational stuff. Like, bro, that it'd be cool, but like at the end of the day, like I'm not a talkative person, bro. Like I show up and I give examples. You know what I'm saying? Like so for me. Like, I never really been no rah-rah. Like, I ain't finna yell at you, scream at you type shit. But, like, when it's on game time, I'm going to make a play, and I'm going to keep making a play, and I'm going to show you what it look like on the field. You feel what I'm saying? So, for me, like, I just was on some, like, you know, I'm tuned in and I'm tapped into what I got to do to be the best I can to be on this field. Anything else outside of that, like, yeah, not throughout the game, we get into it. I'm going to talk my shit, but it's just like, I ain't all that rah-rah, bro.
right.
Yeah. Damn, I think we should talk about the topic now. You said you don't want to talk about it. You ain't going to say his name. What's the beef with you and Chip Kelly? Just help us understand. Why do you hate that man so much? What was it?
Man, listen, it ain't no real beef. You know what I'm saying? I said a few things, in the past about, if I was to ever see him, what I would do. But I don't want to revisit those topics. But overall, I just feel like he dismantled, a team that could have been special. Me, Shady McCoy, Jeremy Maclin, Michael Vick, like you letting go like legends. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's different when, someone explains to you or tells you or keeps it real with you in the sense of they just do it and you have no reason why it's been done. And you may hear that it's this reason or it may be that reason, but you never really get a definitive answer on what it exactly it was. So for me, as a man, like, I don't walk around not expressing myself or not speaking my facts. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in that scenario, in that situation, it was one thing that was said that never was really true. And you portray an image and you put out an image that, attacks my character, attacks my livelihood, it attacks how I put food on my kids' plates or my family plates at that time because I didn't have kids. And for me, I just can't respect it for another grown man to affect another man when this is my livelihood and this is how I eat, this is how I take care of my family, this is how I provide for my family. So I feel like he really tried to crucify me, you feel what I'm saying? And me at the end of the day, like I know like if it wasn't in that setting, you wouldn't have done it in no other setting because at the end of the day, everything you do come with a consequence or a reaction to it, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, in business, sometimes people play with you and they do certain things that they couldn't do on the streets, or if you caught them out, they ain't gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they get behind these closed doors and they sit in meetings and talk bad about you, but to your face, pat you on your back and act like they your best friend. Like that shit's just fake to me.
And I feel like that happens a lot, especially like with college coaches that first get to the NFL. Because you got to think, bro, the dynamic's so different when you're coaching in college as opposed to the NFL. At least back then, before the college kids was getting paid. I got this one story I tell everybody about Chip, bro. I don't remember exactly what was said. This is all I remember. I'm a rookie, green as fuck, sitting at the front of the row in the team meeting. And I remember Chip kind of explaining what the day of practice was going to be like. And Jason Peters sitting in the last row of the team meeting. And he was basically like, no, bro. Like, that's like they had a disagreement in real time right then and there. Me coming from LSU, like I'd never seen that before. I thought, oh, Jason Peters about to get cut. Jason Peters about to get chewed out. It didn't go down like that, bro. He kind of like had a lot more say, and that kind of blew my mind to be like, damn, this is a very different kind of different kind of situation to where like the coach ain't really
players getting paid more than the coach,
and I think I did notice like a bit of a rift between like players and that, and I definitely felt like, hey, bro, we liked what we had going on here. What's going on here? Again, I was only there for like a couple of months, but I definitely felt that shit. But that was crazy, bro, because I think Jason Peters ended up getting his way in that situation.
That's how it usually is, man. When you're the franchise player, you got to.
Oh, God, yeah.
Speaking of beef, our producers got some up there saying you and Davante Adams went through some stuff. Have you spoken or interacted with him at all since he actually got traded and proved that you was kind of right?
Nah, bro. I you know what? On that situation, it was just, me. I was doing some media stuff on Fox, and I was asked a question, and I probably ad-libbed a little too much on the question. And what's crazy is what I predicted and what I said was the real truth. I guess he just didn't want that out there and to be portrayed. That's how he felt. So I get it as a player, an active player, and a player that played at a high level. I understood that, and for me getting into the media space and speaking on certain things, it was probably like shouldn't have ad-libbed as much as I did or said certain things, and just kind of just put it more on me. So I tried to go back and kind of like basically say, what I said wasn't accurate, but this is my feelings. I just could have related a little different. And it came out that everything I said was true. And he couldn't get up out there because he
boy
wasn't
got the
happy.
crystal ball, boy. Enough of this little beef.
I played at a high level, so I know what it's like, bro, and I see what it looked like. And, I just expressed that. And at the end of the day, shit happened how it happened.
And enough of this little beef shit, man. I want to get a little positive. You say you played at a high level. Is there any dogs in the game today, whether it's college, whether it's the NFL, that remind
some young cats? Which young cats you hot on
of them? You feel me?
Could be college, could be rookies, young NFL players, anybody.
I mean, obviously, I feel like the obvious is like a Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
feel like Tyreek Hill has a lot of similarities, even though he's a different style of raw receiver. I really like Tank Dell. Tank Dell's a baller. Davante Smith for the Eagles. Um, who else?
What you think of these cats in college, Travis Hunter and them boys?
Yeah, I was gonna ask your thoughts on Travis.
Travis Hunter a baller, bro. And I think what he's doing. He's speaking numbers, man. Because I played both ways too, but I never played full time to the extent that he's playing. And I definitely feel like that takes a lot out of you. You got to go tackle, you got to go guard somebody, then you got to go receiver and go score on people and play all that time. So I feel like he's definitely one of the most valuable players that's ever played this game. In college. And as far as me and Shady McCoy was arguing about him being the best college football player of all time. I said, I can't really. Reggie Bush was cold. The version that we seen of Reggie Bush back at SC was a little different. And we kind of argued back and forth on that. But Travis Hunter's a baller. Yeah, man, honestly, man, I like the new era of this football stuff now because you got the Instagram stuff. You got all these dudes working out with the foot gods and, all these things. So for me, I just like how they implementing, like, a lot of things you see on Sundays you didn't used to see back then. And now it's like it's transition from everything you go do in shorts, you could go do in the NFL now. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like, that transition, like, back then, shit was pretty, but shit wasn't as pretty as it is now. We just was more grit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like more flashing and look nice. One hand catches and all this other stuff. So I'm a fan of it, bro, and I love it. I ain't one of them old dudes where I'm hating like, oh, these young dudes, man, they couldn't play in our era. They can't do like the game's definitely elevated.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. What was your take on that? You think if you was in a game today and you had the social media and all that, you take advantage of it, or you still be low key? You feel me? Let your game speak.
Nah, man, it's hard not to take advantage of it, bro. You make one hand catch. Look at Odell. That one hand catch made him bigger than Michael Jackson.
Your life
changed. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's a purpose for everything, and it could either make you or break you. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you do with it. So I feel like if I was playing this era, man, for sure they getting triple the money we was getting. Like, we was getting some good money, but now this shit is
big money.
Crazier.
40 M, 45
that's
M
just on the
year.
field. And like he's saying, bro, you do the right thing, you getting bread off the field too, like crazy. I want to talk about some of the coaches you played for. I think I know the answer to this, but I want you to tell me the favorite coach you played for and why, and then a coach that you didn't play for that you wish you could have spent some time playing for.
Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid was my favorite.
Lil Man, we got Lil Man's in the building. Yeah.
That's my D2. Say what up.
What up, my boy?
What's happening?
Yeah, that's my little one. I think Andy Reid, bro. Andy Reid is my favorite all-time coach ever, man. He's like a father figure to me. Definitely taught me what it takes to be a professional and a business person. You know what I'm saying? He kept it real. He tell me things I didn't want to hear, and it was all for the better, or the beneficial of my career. I had a great relationship with Sean McVay's another one that I had a real good relationship with. Who else? Jay Gruden was a pretty good coach. But, yeah, all in all, Andy Reid was my number one.
Yeah. You just hearing players talk about him today, like, you can just tell, man. They'd be lucky to be in his locker room.
I knew that nigga cool as soon as you see him on the little Allstate commercials talking about
Yeah.
Andy, man, been a big fella, cool as hell, man.
Yeah, big red.
Hey, man, I know your junior just walked in the room. You got kids as well. You said Andy Reid was like a father figure to you. What do you think it takes to be a good dad, or what are you trying to be a good dad to your son in this day and age? I don't know if you got hopes to play football, play sports, whatever it may be, but what's some of your roles and things you keep true to yourself to be a good father to him?
Man, I think number one overall is just installing that he needs to work for everything he wants. Regardless of who his dad is or what his dad career was. We pride ourselves on work over here, and I think just really letting him know anything is possible, regardless of what he wants to do in life, that he can accomplish it as long as he works hard at it. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want no handouts. You know what I'm saying? Everything we want in life, we're going to take. And, really just being respectful, man, and a stand-up, man. You know what I'm saying? And being able to protect his younger brother and obviously honesty. Nowadays, I think, a lot of these kids try to bend the truth. When I was young, it was a lot of things I did too. So that's another thing too. When I'm, being strict on him and, implementing certain things on him, like I can't forget the bad kid I
Yeah.
was too. Because my mom used to said, you was bad, and when your son come, he gonna
He
be
gonna be
100
bad.
times or 10 times worse. So, and I be trying to get on him for the things he doing at school. I be like, damn, but I
Think
used to
about
do the
it.
same
He got
thing.
that
But it's
shit
like
from
a
me.
thin line.
Damn.
It's the thin line between it, bro.
How many kids you got?
I got 2 boys,
How old are they?
6 and 9.
Oh, nice. They
Yeah.
young.
I got an 11-year-old too, and it's the same shit, bro. I'd be like, I can't even be mad at him because I used to do that same shit. I know where he get
Facts.
it from. I know where he
I
get it
don't
from.
got none yet, but I know when the time comes, it's gonna be that same way, man.
How old are you now? How old are you now, bro?
27. I'll be 28 in a month, man.
I was my first kid I had, I was 28. So you got time, man. Don't rush it.
It might be soon, then. Shit,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
clock
you gotta
ticking.
you
boy.
gotta start. You gotta, and I always say try to find the right one. I don't think none of them the right one. So just
I
make
feel
the
that.
choice wisely.
Choose wisely.
They all crazy, man. They all different, man.
I don't need no therapist. I just need to call D-Jack once a week, man. Get right,
Hey,
man.
for
I'm
real,
good.
man. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah. Hey, man,
Real
we almost wrapped up, man. Obviously, you had a legendary career, man. You got highlights for days, records for days. What's the Hall of Fame hopes,
Yeah, who
man?
we got to call to get
Who
you
we
in the
gotta
hole? How that
call,
work?
bro? How did that whole thing work?
Man, honestly, man, they say it's a 5-year window where you could be eligible for it. So this is going on my 2nd year, so got like 3 more, man.
They
But
got 3
I
more.
think the putting the work is there.
That's
You
what
know
I'm saying.
As
What,
far as
is
the
there
body
anything
of the
that you
work.
need to do now to try and catapult
I mean,
that?
I gotta stay clean. I gotta do,
Yeah,
I gotta keep my face, in the limelight, doing podcasts.
Yeah.
TV, television, obviously it help, but just continuously help these kids elevate. Mentoring these kids and just kind of just stand around positivity. You can't really be in the media doing no
Yeah.
crazy stuff. So I think for me, just kind of staying away from any negativity and just continuously uplifting the children, uplifting these young kids that's playing now, college, high school, to the league. You know what I'm saying? And just keeping my name and my face around it.
And be honest with us. How much you think about that gold jacket? Is that something we want for sure? If it comes, it's cool. If not,
100%. No, it's definitely. I feel like 100%. The body of work, like I said, is there and it's deserving.
definitely
Now
deserving.
it's a lot of different variables that plays a part, but I think I got a good stand up reason to be able to be in that Hall of Fame, bro. So
Yeah.
hopefully everything works out.
Hey, you know what? You know what might put it over the edge, and it's no question, no denying. If you come in and catch a touchdown at UFL,
Ooh,
you feel
UFL, that's
me?
gonna seal it, my boy.
That's gonna seal it,
Gonna
boy.
seal it.
They gonna deliver that bitch right on the field.
For sure. Definitely.
Oh man! So now we towards the end. We got a little not so rapid fire question segment. So you caught touchdowns from 13 different quarterbacks in your career, but today we're gonna give you 5 quarterbacks. You got to blank rank them from your favorite 1 through 5.
Oh, this is gonna be easy. I could give you the answers.
First name, Matt Stafford.
Donovan McNabb.
No, don't tell them all. You can't tell. It's blind ranking. So you tell. Well, now you know 2.
Oh,
of them.
so what?
As
how
we
many
saying, you got to
quarterbacks
rank
naming?
them 1 through 5.
How many quarterbacks? Oh, you
It's
name
5.
5?
Yep.
5.
I named 5 of them. You got to rank them.
But that's kind of unfair. That's kind of unfair because
You don't
I feel
know
like
who's
you should tell
coming.
me all the quarterbacks and then I should rank them.
Nah,
that's not how it works. That'd be too easy for you. I just fucked up by giving you the second
now
one,
you know
which you
2
shouldn't
of
have
them.
known.
That's the point of it. You got to. It's blind ranking.
All right.
So now you know 2. Matt Stafford, Donovan McNabb.
All right. I'll put Matthew Stafford at. I give him 3.
Okay.
All right, Donovan McNabb.
5.
Okay. Kirk Cousins.
4.
Jalen Hurts.
2.
And then
Mike Vick. Yeah. Okay.
1.
Yeah, he was
That's
saving
solid.
that one. I told you we could have did that
That's
one.
solid.
We
That's
coulda
I'd
did
have
that.
probably put Kirk Cousins at 5 though and gave Donovan McNabb 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got Vic coming on the podcast next week. I've worked with him a couple times. He cool people. I don't know if you got any messages you want to leave for him. You know, some funny, some stupid, inside joke, whatever it may be.
Ask him if you remember what happened when I first met him when I was a young kid at the Fox Hills Mall when he had like 100 dudes entourage with him and I walked up to him. Ask him what he said to me. Or ask him what happened. See if you remember that.
Oh man.
I bet.
Y'all ever get any time to kick it? Y'all spend time together nowadays?
For sure, that's big bro, man. That's the homie, man. We got a great relationship still to this day. We still tap in and talk a lot, and
Y'all still
man,
racing
for
each
sure.
other? These boys was racing each other after practices and shit, bro.
You better have
Vic,
won
when Vick came
everyone.
around, he couldn't mess with me. He raced Shady McCoy. Him and Shady.
Oh, that's
raced.
what it was. It was Shady. Yeah.
Yeah, him and Shady raced. I think McCoy lost though, but yeah, them cats don't want to race me, man. At that time, I was too fast, bro.
Nah, Vic, good people, bro. Me and him have worked together a few times. He's come to my one-on-ones and thrown a few passes and shit. So he always be tapping in, man. He a real solid stand-up dude. We got to get you out to one of them sometime, bro. I know we talked earlier about the pros versus Joes thing. At the time, I ain't really make it happen, but we got to make something shake, bro.
Man,
I know you talked about inspiring the youngins and helping them and shit.
Let's do it. You got my line. Let's tap in, put it together, bro, for real.
No, we got to, bro. Hey, it's been an honor, bro. I appreciate you, man, for tapping in with us, bro. It's basically the end of the podcast. Y'all feel me? Appreciate Brad coming through, chopping it
thank
up.
you for letting everyone know that I didn't fucking cause that.
I'm still going to be on your ass.
I'm
still
going to
gonna
get
be on your
somebody
ass.
tweeting that shit at me. Nah, man, you had a great career, bro. It was fun to watch. It was fun to go against you. And we appreciate you, man, for your time. We know you're busy.
Bro.
All right, bro. Y'all take care, man. Stay blessed.
Hey, man, thank y'all so much for joining. I hope y'all enjoyed another episode of Kicking It. We back next week, probably a bit early, so don't miss us over Thanksgiving. You feel me? I know it's holiday season. Y'all spending time with y'all family, but we going to drop an episode for y'all, man. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube right now so you never miss a video, and turn on the post notifications so you never miss when we upload. Listen and subscribe wherever y'all get y'all podcast too. Listen, we're thankful for y'all.
Yeah.
We're nothing without you guys, man. Y'all that tune in day and day out and watch us just sit on these couches and talk shit, man. We appreciate y'all. We're super thankful for y'all. We're also thankful for Sleeper and Rain Delay Media and everybody who makes the show happen, man. Happy holidays to y'all. I hope you guys eat a lot of good food, man. Watch a lot of good football on the TV. Spend some good, needed time with family. And just know we will. So we're going to see y'all boys next week. Appreciate y'all. Happy holidays, man.